Did you know that vampires are real? No, I'm not talking about Dracula or Edward Cullen or some guy in a cheap Halloween costume. I'm talking about real people living among us who identify as vampires. And their stories are way more fascinating and, frankly, more human than any fiction. So let's get one thing straight. These aren't immortal, shape-shifting creatures of the night who are allergic to garlic. Real-world vampires are people who feel they have a physical need to consume small amounts of energy from external sources to maintain their health and well-being. This is a condition many refer to as vampirism, though it has nothing to do with the supernatural. Now, how do they get this energy? This is where it gets really interesting. They're generally categorized into two main groups. First, you have sanguinarian vampires, or sang vampires for short. These are the ones who feel the need to consume small, and I mean very small, amounts of blood. Before you freak out, let me be clear. This is not a violent act. It's always done consensually with willing donors, often in a long-term, trusting relationship. We're talking about a tiny pinprick, a few drops of blood, all handled with extreme care for safety and hygiene. For them, it's not about the taste, it's about the life energy they feel it contains. They often describe feeling lethargic, weak, and even physically ill without it, and then feeling a sense of balance and wellness after. Then there's the second, much larger group, psychic or psi vampires. These individuals don't deal with blood at all. Instead, they feed on psychic or pranic energy, the life force that people radiate. They might draw this energy from a willing person through touch or close proximity, or even from the ambient energy of a large, excited crowd. Like at a concert or a sporting event, many learn to do this without causing any harm or drain to the other person. They see it as a transfer, a way to recharge their own depleted spiritual batteries. So, why does this happen? The community itself has theories, but there's no single scientific explanation. Some believe it might be a medical condition that hasn't been identified yet, maybe something related to how their bodies process energy. Others see it as a spiritual path or a psychological identity. What's clear is that for them, it's not a choice or a lifestyle trend, it's a core part of who they are. These communities are often hidden, and for good reason. The stigma is immense. They face ridicule, misunderstanding, and fear. But within their own circles, they've developed ethical codes, support systems, and a rich culture. They're doctors, lawyers, artists, and parents. They're your neighbors. They're just people trying to understand their own unique condition and live a healthy, balanced life. So the next time you hear the word vampire, maybe don't just think of fangs and coffins. Think of a complex, hidden human reality that's stranger and more real than any myth.